welcome back to another garden tour. Today we're starting in the greenhouse and let's have a look how everything's going. Look at these tomatoes. These two are beefsteak, they're m.m.c, and this one's a super m.m.c. Watermelons are doing really well. More m.m.c tomatoes. These ones looking not great, not particularly happy, but I'm going to try and move them. Cucumber. Look, we have flowers. The rest of the cucumbers. And I haven't been having much luck with basil, so I've planted 4 different basil. We have Italian basil, that's coming up. Cyan Queen basil, that's not coming up. Cinnamon basil, that's coming up. Sweet green basil, we have sort of one. Holy basil, not come up. And we had the opal red basil. And I don't know whether you can see just there. They're just starting to pop up. We have some sprouting seeds. That actually does need watering. And that's all I'm using. It's one of those that you just pump up. So they're done. So that's the greenhouse. Let's go to the other greenhouse. Stepping across. And look at them, just a mass of green. And these are the tomato hooks that I was waiting for to come in. So they're in, so I've gone round and put all the tomatoes in the greenhouse and the cucumbers on the same hooks. So that is good. Her bed is doing crazy. Look, my coriander's gone to flower, which we're going to save the seeds from it. So I'm fine with that going to flower. I have been coming out here most days and picking, not that you can really see what I've been picking, because it does need doing again today. The next round of seeds, this is next round of, let's have a look what we got. Climbing beans, a lot of them are climbing beans. Different sorts. Got a couple of cabbage Drago F1. Got some runner beans going in. Some climbing French beans. We've got some peas. This is the salad one. You wouldn't believe me if I told you I was still eating salad every single day. Every day I'm having to come in because they're going to seed. So I just pull them out. So that's those. Right. Check out the tomatoes. They're in flower. They are doing brilliant, and you see it does run up to the tomato hook there. Pansies that I've not yet picked. And the most exciting part, look guys, I've got mange too. And look at that flower, isn't that beautiful? More mange too. And more. So you can see they're doing really well. Look how tall they are. They're over 5 foot in height. Another pansy again, I haven't picked. Now we've got sugar snap peas here. They're coming up, they're just in flower. Garlic. Look at these crazy climbing beans. And they're just coming into bud. Soy, we've deliberately let flower because we want to collect the seeds again. Chinese cabbage has gone crazy. Look how big that plant is compared to my hand. It's huge. Yeah. Absolutely massive. We pulled up all the turnips, what were here, and Swedes. And now we have, trying to see what they are. We have another turnips coming through. These are Cape gooseberries. Carrots, they're almost ready to be picked. I can actually start harvesting some of these leaves to go in my mixed green mix. In the kitchen, what I put into my soups and stews and anything else I can think of. It all has nutrients. That's a great thing about a carrot plant, it's all edible. It's like a pea plant, it's all edible. So, let's come over. These I have been harvesting. This has got the lovage, the catmint, the sorrel, Vietnamese, coriander, lemon verbena. So it's got lots in. And look at all these calendula coming up. Loads. And I got one here. Isn't that going to be a beautiful colour? I can see an orange one over there. Down here, looks like my shard has gone to seed. Might let them go to seed and save the seeds, or I might rip them out and put some more in. Still got the tree spinach, beans, curly kale has gone crazy. Oh, these curly kales, all different types of kale. Looks like I've got a cabbage here. Look guys, purple sprouting. So pleased with that. And you can see these have all gone mad. And the potatoes, well, they are almost in flower, and you'll know when they're done is when they've flowered and the plants start to turn yellow and start to die back. That's the time to harvest your potatoes. So crazy. And look at these cabbages. Aren't they beautiful? Lovely. So still waiting for this to do something. It's huge. Again, you can see my hand. Got another pansies, and you can see at the back these green beans are climbing high. So that is awesome. And look at the blueberries. You remember when I wasn't sure what they were going to do? They're doing well now. Look, won't be long. And then the raspberries. Look at these raspberries. And come down to the strawberries. Look. Strawberries. Look, guys. He's turning red. Looks a bit deformed, but that's fine. Still tasty. So they're all doing well. These red currants I've actually pulled back. As you can see. So it's still loaded. And these plants, guys. Let's see if I can turn the camera on, you can see. Look at this, isn't this a glorious sight? Look. Oh my goodness, they smell so good. I love stocks. If you've never grown them, give them a go. They smell beautiful. If you pick them, it will make your house smell wonderful. Look at these crazy nasturtiums. Just a massive, massive, massive bed of them. And you've got the marigolds. And this is all the alyssum. Another marigold. Back here, being squashed. There it is. You can see it's just a wild mess there, but it's beautiful. I am so pleased with them, and it smells so good. It really does. And again here, look, more stocks, more alyssum. Oh. Wind chime. Look, I need to come and debug these again by the look of it. Yep. The rose for my dog is gonna bloom. Oh, and I want to show you these. Look at these. Beautiful. And look, we have a double one. That's a single, and that's a double. Beautiful, isn't it? It really is lovely. My son's tomatoes, my salad in a bucket. I've pulled out and a lot out of here. We've actually reseeded them, so you can see we've reseeded. So it's all going crazy. My watercress looks like it's going to seed. I should be able to save some seed from that, so I'm pleased with that. And these, I mean, it's huge. Right, let me see if I can get over to show you the rose. Glorious roses. And then you've got these here. Look at these little kohlrabi. They're bulbing up. Look. So pleased with them. Everything's coming up in here, which is just amazing. It's just full of carrots and parsnips and beetroot. And look at those flowers here. Isn't that pretty? They are beautiful colours. Now, we had an incident last night which resulted in myself and my son almost in tears. One of my dogs got into here and he'd squashed all of the sweet corn, he'd squashed all of the peas. You can still see some are a bit battered and bent. And me and my son have spent so long in the garden keeping this, watching it grow, feeding it, keeping it weed free. And the dog went in there. Oh, I tell you, if I'd been on my own, I would have cried. But as soon as I was mum, my son was there at the same time as I found it. I actually found the dog in there. I had to be strong and not cry in front of him. And it's left up to me to find the solutions and not, sit and go to pieces. So he dug at this plastic, which is really super strong, and he'd managed to rip it and get in, so I've had to patch up the bed of metal just for now to stop him getting in there any further. And today I promised my son I would go to a garden centre or two to try and replace some sweet corn, because the sweet corn were actually my son's and some of the peas were my son's. Peas is not too bad, you can replant them this time of year, it's not an issue. But sweet corn, probably not a great idea. So it was gutting. I'll say no more than that. But no, I didn't tell the dog off. The dog was doing what dogs do. They see a frog, and they want to get to it, and they find a way. So we wasn't angry at the dog. It was just one of those things. But it was also very gutting, as you can imagine. That was a sucker. Stick him in here. That's a great thing about suckers, is that they regrow. But you can see I've got all these tomato hooks. I'm hitching up the tomatoes and the pumpkin here. And then another thing what's happening this week, which is really strange because this actually should not happen. You see those white bits? I have 3 plants like this. This is sun scald. But they've been in the garden, oh crikey, nearly 2 months. And they were hardening off gradually over almost like 3 or 4 weeks. So why all of a sudden 3 of them out the whole lot have decided to get sun scald? And they're not exactly in direct sunlight, so I have no idea. But they'll be fine. Look at those. So pretty. Look at that. See. Stunning. They are stunning. Look at all that veining. Feverfew is going crazy. The tomato patch is got their flowers. You can see that's just a mass of tomatoes in there. I need to get in and possibly tie them up again. I tied them up yesterday, but they've shot up another few inches. And let's have a look at there. Look at that, pretty yellow. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that colour. Look at the cherries, guys. Look at them cherries. They're turning pink. And look at the size of some of these apples. Look. So many. So pleased. And, well, here, crazy pepper. Let's have a look a bit closer. Look. Look at all those little buds. And that's happening on all of the peppers. You see they've all got little buds and growing. I am so pleased with these peppers. Because you'll remember I had green fly. Well, we've got rid of the green fly. So, and those, I use soapy water most of the time, but I have tried with some essential oils, which has also been working great. I've got some mixed salad leaves I threw in between. These are cayenne peppers. Here we have some more seeds. These are my son's, so I'm not going to go into too much. Here we have Trinidad perfume, long slim, and here are the aubergine plants. They're going strong. And then the rest of this apple tree. Look at these. Look at the size. It's not going to be long. It's about September the apples will be ready. As you can see, some have been dropping off. And then we have some other little flowers all in here. This is actually a wineberry. You can see that looks like it's going to fruit. This is what we call a cob nut. And we thought the fig tree wasn't growing. Look, guys, I've got fig leaves. It's so cool. And it looks like something's been having a field day with my little blueberry bush. I'll get some bug stuff out on that. So I'm excited for that fig. Never had fig before, grown it, and it just come as a little stalk. And now look at it. It's taken ages to do that, but I am so pleased. So pleased. And the jasminum, as you can see, is just completely filled out. Oh, look at that. Random raspberry. And random raspberry. With raspberries, they do throw out new canes, and they can be quite a distance away. They really can. Can you see, guys? It's starting to turn red. Can't wait for them. Look, guys. These are beautiful. They just are so beautiful. Absolutely glorious. There's just a mass of them. Aren't they stunning? Look at them. They really are beautiful. And a little pug figurine. He's called Coffee Bean. My daughter named him. Right, so that's it, guys, for this garden tour. Hope you enjoyed it. And as I said, keep your fingers crossed that I can cheer my little man up with some new plants to replace ones that dog got into. Until next time, guys, happy gardening. Bye.